One, it's done, man.
Bienvenidos sean todos una vez más a Entrevistas Metalpedia, totalmente en vivo. En esta ocasión me acompaña una gran banda que está a punto de salir en su primer fecha de gira. Ellos son Illusions of Grandeur. Voy a cambiar a inglés. Entonces, guys, Illusions of Grandeur, thank you for being here.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
This is, with me are the Siren, Archangel, and the Executioner. So, guys, this is awesome. Thank you for your time. And we are going to start with this interview. So, first of all, I have a doubt for your name. How do you choose him and why? Why Illusion of Grandeur?
Illusions of Grandeur came. I don't know if you guys have Craigslist. Does everybody have Craigslist in Mexico? Where you look for, yeah, like for music wanted ads, and you see all these ads that say looking for a singer or looking for a bass player, but no Illusions of Grandeur here. Like, and I was always like, why not? Why no Illusions of Grandeur? You know, if you're gonna be in a band, you're like, why not go all the way? So I was like, you know what, that would actually make a really good band name. Like that, Illusions of Grandeur. I threw it at CM, and he was like, it's kind of a mouthful. I'm like, yeah, but you could like call it IOG. And he's like, all right, and it grew on him. So I was like, I think that's it. I think that's a band name. So that's how it happened.
Okay, so that's the story. Though not it's a big storm of ideas to make a band name. Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
It's 6 years old. Like it.
Okay, so now, can you tell us about your creative process? Where do you seek inspiration?
Or Greek mythology. It's about songwriting and storytelling.
Yeah, and then CM writes most of the music. Like he'll put an idea together. Like they'll scratch out an idea and give me the music part of it, and then I write melody and vocals to it. And then we kind of like all come in the room and sort of throw ideas back and forth. And then our Aries, our drummer out there, he puts his own spin on it. And so it's collaborative, and you know, like we write a roadmap kind of for everybody. So I kind of throw in any of their ideas.
Okay, because and why the Greek mythology and the Nordic, and why to fusion?
I've always been interested in Greek mythology ever since I was a kid. I was drawn to it, and I just find the stories really fascinating, especially the Siren and like her tales and what she does. She's actually the protector of Persephone, the daughter of Demeter and Zeus. And that's kind of how the story starts. That's where we start in the first album in the Songs of the Siren. You meet the Siren and you kind of realize that she failed in her duty to protect Persephone. So then the story kind of evolves from there. And that's like, I start meeting the guys, and then I build an army. And then in the second album where we're at right now in the Siren, then we're in the underworld fighting Hades because I'm looking for Persephone in order to get back to Mount Olympus.
All the story that you are building with all these two albums, it's fascinating. I'm listening about week and a half all day, and your work is awesome. I love it, and I want that. So all the people I know to hear about it. So can you tell me now that you are in these outfits with these characters, where do you decide that the band need this? And after that, can you tell me about the theatrical background you have?
The musical backgrounds that we each have? Or theatrical background. And what was your first question, honey? I'm sorry.
What was the first question?
Oh, I lost you.
Oh shit.
I got no sound for
Oh,
this.
okay. You hear me there?
You're back.
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry. My internet connection, it's unstable, but we are here. Where do you decide that the band need the characters and the outfits?
we wrote a story, and it started with the Siren, and then we decided like who the warriors were. So I came up with my character. He came up with his character. So we all decided like on our characters, and then
It's a pull from Vikings kind of, and
Norse
warriors,
mythology.
like Norse mythology. The paint is like Viking war paint.
and then your theatrical background is
Yeah, and I
acting.
have a very theatrical background. I've always been a singer, but I've also been in theater a lot throughout my life. So I can't just like get up on stage and stand still or just stand in front of a microphone. I don't know how to do that. Kind of in a theater element, like, you know, kind of like Kiss or in this moment.
Okay.
Rent, you're funny. Now we're like putting on a whole entire show. So it's not just, you know, a band playing, it's acting, and, you know, there's props and stuff. So it like puts a story together and kind of comes alive on stage. It's really neat.
We think we like it.
So I'm imagining this. When you play on the stage, you are playing a theatrical
Lights and
making.
everything. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's so fucking cool, man. I need to see it. And okay. This story of the Siren, it's very cool. And how do you choose it? Why choose it this story and not any other?
It's a pull. It's Greek and Norse mythology mixed, but then it's also a lot of things that I've gone through personally in my life. So there's a lot of double entendres where, you know, you could, if you knew the story and you knew what was going on in the story, you could listen to the music and the story would make sense musically. But if you heard anything just on its own, you would just think, oh, that's a good song. And that's kind of what I wanted it to be like, so that you didn't necessarily have to have any background with the band, and it could be relatable to a lot of people. So it's kind of like we get to play D&D for a night, or Dungeons and Dragons, and dress up and be a character. But then people can kind of either enjoy the story or just enjoy the songs on their own.
Yeah, they don't have to know what's going on. They can kind of just hang out with us.
It's something I think when I listen to this, that this is look or sound like a D&D history. So a storytelling of D&D, because I'm a player too. So this like, oh man, this is going to inspire me to put it on the game. So it's very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. The story, all the lyrics, I'm in love with all the lyrics, all the songs, all this story of the Siren. I know the story, but the way and the changes, the little changes that you do, that you adjust to this Nordic and Greek fusion, it's awesome. I love it. I really love it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I kind of wanted to make it our own a little bit, you know, not to just be completely right out of mythology. And I put a little spin on it, so it's like ours now.
Yes, it's a great story. It's a great story, and well, it's fantastic. I don't know how to say it then. So now, with all this, that the COVID, the new wave of COVID that we are living, this Omicron, do you have any plans how to attack this with when the live, now that you're starting a tour? Do you have any plan to counterattack this?
It hasn't affected us. We have a 14-date tour. We're opening tonight in Akron, Ohio. You're actually at the venue right now. It's not been affecting us. And then we leave for Europe in June, and everything seems to be normal. Everyone's all vaccinated and good. So we're just going forward. So it's hoping for the best, and we're keeping ourselves safe. Yeah.
And this mask is CDC compliant.
So
Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's cool. So it's not affecting you in the tour and anything.
No, there's no
Not
problem.
really. During 2020, it was a little bit, but we're in the studio, so it actually played to our advantage because we're normally on the road. So
Yeah.
during 2020, we just really buckled down and worked on the Siren, and we just released that in October. So I think for us, it actually kind of worked out. You know, we just took advantage of it instead of seeing it as like a drawback or something that was going to hold us back. We used it to our advantage.
Okay. Now, can you tell us about how do you put this gig? How do you arm all the theatrical mood that you are a fantasy metal band? So when you are on the stage, how do you put it? How do you choose the songs? How do you play all the album, the full album, or you choose some parts? And how do you construct this?
We pick pieces of the story and put them in order. And right now we're focusing on the new album because we're in that chapter of the story.
Okay.
And we had put a couple songs from the first album in. So it depends on the amount of time. Like we're out headlining this tour. We have about an hour or so to play every night. So we pick an hour's worth of songs and we just go out and do it and try and tell the story.
Okay. It's going to be fantastic to see you live. I hope that you can play in your tour on Europe. Can you come back to Latin America?
I want to get down to Brazil and Mexico and Argentina down there. So we're working on it.
Oh, I hope so. That I'm very excited that watching you, every one of you live. It's something, and listen all this incredible story that you are construct with the Siren. It's amazing that you have plans to come to Latin America.
So working on it.
That's fantastic, man. And well, the next question is about your instrument. How do you choose it? Why play the guitar? Why play the bass? Why the vocals? Can you tell us about the story? How you choose your instrument?
I've been a singer my whole life, ever since I was a little girl. My dad was in a band, and I used to go with him to band practice. I've been singing on stage since I was 4 years old, so I don't really know how not to do it anymore.
When I was born from hell, I had a bass in my hands.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was a late bloomer.
I don't know about Julian.
It was either actually executing people or actually picking up and playing the guitar. So for the safety of the people, I chose guitar instead.
We try to save people's lives by having him play guitar.
Yes.
The bass, CM, with the bass. How old are you with you start to play?
How old were you when you started to play?
8.
And why the bass? Why not the guitar?
Why? Because I walked by, I saw a rehearsal and it literally blew my hair back and blew my pants back in the low end, and everyone was playing guitar. So I wanted to do something different. And then I saw Cliff Burton, Cliff Williams, and Jaco Pastorius, and Daryl Jones, and all these great bass players, and I wanted to be like them. So I learned jazz and progressive and metal and mixed it all together.
Okay, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, for me, I actually wanted to be a drummer first. In all seriousness, I actually wanted to be a drummer because I wanted to smash things instead of actually shredding. But in all seriousness, though, yeah, I want to be a drummer. Parents were like, "No, that's too noisy. Pick something that's a little more quiet." Yeah, And I went with playing guitar. I've been playing guitar since actually 16 years old. I'm a bit of a late bloomer, but fell in love with it. Yeah, wanted to be the next Jimmy Page, Angus Young. Then I moved on to more metal guitarists like Marty Friedman, Jeff Loomis, guys like that, and just kind of went off from there. Just it's more of an appendage than anything else now.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Okay, and CM, one question about it. Who is your favorite bass player?
Probably,
What month is it?
yeah.
There.
Billy Sheehan.
Billy Sheehan. Okay, I love it too. Executioner. Who is your favorite guitar player?
Oh man, it changes
Minute by
month,
minute.
minute
Today.
by minute. But but the first guy that comes to my mind right now is Jeff Loomis.
Jeff Loomis. Okay.
From ex Nevermore, and then he went and played, and now he's in Arch Enemy. And yeah, so I would have to say, first and foremost, I kind of try to emulate his licks. He's like my number one, I guess, right now. It could change.
Okay.
Though, who knows?
Loomis is perfect. Siren.
Yes.
Your favorite vocal player?
My favorite vocalist is Jonathan Davis. I go back and forth, but I always wind up coming back to him. I've been listening to Korn since I was a little kid, and just the way he emotes and uses his voice like an instrument, you know exactly how he's feeling, and it just comes through in his vocal style. So, I love other people too. I love Maria Brinkford in this moment. And then on a really opposite end, I love Janis Joplin and, Robert Plant, but it doesn't seem to matter when we're talking or who we're talking about. It always comes back to Jonathan Davis.
Okay, Jonathan Davis. That's very cool election. And why, if you have this theatrical background and you are in many in other bands, and you are with this in this place in the theatrical, why you choose to be a vocalist of a band, of a metal band?
I've been in other bands and done other music. I have a really strong background in blues and funk, and honestly, it was a scene thing. Where I lived at the time, the scene was very small, so I started singing rock and roll a
We're
lot.
gonna go change your batteries and get you set live. You finish this.
Okay, but I don't have too much time left.
She has about 4 minutes. We have to play.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave you with her.
Okay. Thank you, Tim.
Siren will stay with you.
Good luck and have a great gig, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. So,
Okay, Siren.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just from being a kid and being with my dad, and my dad used to play, and I would sing. I don't know. I think I just have always been drawn to it.
Oh no, we are losing.
What's that?
We'll lose you a little bit there.
Oh, you lost me.
Can you repeat the last thing?
Yeah, I just said ever since I was a kid, I've been singing. But as far as what kind of music, I've been in rock bands and stuff, and it kind of just evolved into me singing, in a metal band. Also, from musical taste, again, I love In This Moment, and I love Korn, so it kind of just I don't want to say it fell into my lap, but kind of I was in a thrash metal band in 2012.
Okay.
And it was trying to, challenging myself sort of, because I used to do a lot of Amy Lee covers and stuff, and I wanted to be in a band that was doing something and going somewhere. So I went to Philadelphia and I tried out for a band there, and I was in the band for a while, and I learned a lot, and I actually got fired from that band. That's actually, so it all works out, and here I am, now I'm in this metal band that's my creation, and
Okay. Thank you for sharing this. It's good to know the people that are behind the bands, behind the lyrics, behind the instruments. I like so much to know the people that do this. So thank you. Thanks for sharing. And now it's time to move to a little more personal space. And can you tell us what is your hobby? What are you doing when you are not on the stage or making this history, creating all this?
Out a lot. I love working out. And I also cook a lot. I like to cook. My grandfather was a chef and my mom was a chef, so I'm often eating and doing something as first, like concocting something cool in the kitchen. But other than that, I work out. I'm a workout fiend.
Okay. What is your specialty? Your best dish?
I probably like manicotti, like manigot. That's an Italian dish. It's kind of like stuffed shells, but it's a different instrument. It's a different pasta.
Okay, nice. And then this is a question we like to ask here on Metalpedia. So, what is your end of the world of preference, or the one that you predict that will happen?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly think we're gonna take ourselves out. I don't want to say I want that to happen, but I think we've kind of, technologically come to a point where we're sort of making poor choices. If on a whole, obviously not everybody, but I think we're gonna wind up making ourselves extinct from, carbon emissions and, COVID, wherever that came from. Just like all these things, are kind of evolved to a fault. And I feel like Mother Earth kind of needs to cleanse herself, which is kind of what she seems to do, whether it's an ice age or something like that. So, way to take it really morbid, but we're really going to be the cause of the demise.
Okay. Well, it's a one at the end of the world that could happen, and we are living on it. So it's not cool.
No, it's not. Hopefully it'll be quick. Whatever it is.
But we hope that. And well, we are on the finish line of this interview because we know that you have a gig to make and we are running out of time. So here on Metalpedia, we play a little game that I gave you two options and you have to choose one. If either of the options you like, you can give me a third one. Okay?
Okay.
So, you have any doubt?
Do I have any doubt?
You have any doubt? No?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm ready.
First question of first two options. Beer or whiskey?
My former self would have said whiskey, but I'm beer probably now.
Okay. Beach or forest?
Beach.
Lord of the Rings or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Book or movies?
Movies.
Spider-Man or Batman?
Spider-Man.
My God, you are the first one to choose Spider-Man. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no, Spider-Man. Spider-Man all the way.
That's great. Well, Siren, please have a great opening night. We hope to see you soon in Mexico. And then, if you have something to say, something to announce, this is the moment, please. The microphone is yours.
I just want to thank you and thank all of our fans in Mexico. I really appreciate it. We seem to have a really big following down there, and we are going to be there eventually. I know we are. But just thank you so much for this interview and your time, and we'll see you on the road.
I hope to see you very soon. And once again, thanks for your time.
Welcome. Thank you.
Have a great opening night. Please have a great opening night. Blow the minds of all the people that go to that venue, please. And this is Metalpedia. Chicos, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. Esto fue Illusions of Grandeur, la entrevista totalmente en vivo. Perdonen que haya sido tan apresurada, pero los chicos tienen una presentación en este momento. De hecho, vieron que se tuvieron que ir dos porque tienen que preparar el ensayo. Y bueno, nos quedamos aquí con The Siren, pero estamos completamente listos. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros y pues vayan a escucharlos. Por favor, aquí les dejamos sus redes sociales, Spotify, todo está aquí y adelante. Muchas gracias. Yo soy Maru Avitia y me despido. ¡Mua!
Take care. Bye, guys.
You can switch for the video.